Experience Podcast Edition.
What's up?
Now, I usually start off with my cute, like, hey, how y'all doing? But I think today I want to say, sisters, how y'all feel? Brothers, y'all all right? Because today I got an artist and she's sensitive about her ish. Now, it ain't Badu. We got Alexis Warren with us, y'all. And when I tell y'all, she makes the artwork that attracts.
Yes.
Y'all know every episode is sponsored by 2U Wines. The lady who makes the eyes that catch you and don't let you go on the bottle. This is she. She is her. So, without further ado, Alexis, tell the people who you are and how we can support you.
Okay, so my name is Alexis. As I said, I am an upcoming artist of Cleveland. On Instagram, I'm known as Galexi Studio.
That's dope name, by the way.
Thank you. So the meaning of that name actually is, I just want to take you out of your reality, because we got a lot going on in life right now, and transport you somewhere else, somewhere positive, somewhere where you can brainstorm and look at some good art.
Oh, by the way, guys, I know you guys can see in the background this fabulous art we have behind us, the many different
Just
beautiful pieces behind us.
Yes.
And I want to elaborate. I want to find out like what inspired those pieces. Cause like,
okay, so the way I paint, I'm freehand, self-taught. I go off of my feelings.
oh wow.
And if I do commissions for anyone, I go based off what they what their life's about, what resonates with them. So these are all actually personal pieces that I did. So they all have different meanings. This one right here, I had watched I think it was Harriet Tubman movie, and it was so good.
Yeah.
And so this one right here was kind of like my representation of that. How us as Black folks, we're in the mud like lotus flowers, but we bloom. Which her hair is actually supposed to be lotus flower colors in her green grass hair, with a thin beam of light. And then also the lantern is like our hope. It's small, it might seem small, but it's still just enough to keep us grounded. And then on the back end, which y'all probably can't see, is a sprout, which is our future, our kids, and things like that.
That's beautiful.
Thank
I
you.
love that. That's a whole new get it out the mud type of expression.
Right.
Yeah.
And then this one is kind of sort of like the same concept. Just through history, we've lost touch of our history. So we have holes in it, but we're still reaching. We still have pieces. So that's why you can see Africa in the background. This one,
trees.
Yeah, the Serengeti plant.
Yes, the landscape.
Yeah, thank you.
The sunset.
And then this one I did when I was pregnant with my firstborn. I had just had a miscarriage. So I was in a very vulnerable place when I found out I was pregnant again. And so she inspired that one. I love you, Liv.
So detailed, so pretty.
Thank you. Let's see, I'll turn this way. This one right here, this was when we were having a lot of those police brutalities going on like back to back. In like 2018, I think it may have been. I used to be in the military, which is why it's camo.
And thank you for your service.
Thank
No,
you.
man, thank you.
Yes.
Thank y'all. So on here is just a strong Black African American woman, soldier. And some of the names in the background are the names of some of those that were slain, that we lost. This one, I'm just real into wokeness. She has a third eye. That actually is a series of 2. That's the last stage of the series, which is enlightenment. And then this one, these 3 babies are part of my Glow series, and they really don't have too much meaning. This one is named Exude, and it's pretty in the back, but she has the thorn rose in her mouth, which I kind of think might signify me because I'm real sweet, but don't push me. My words can be a little testy. Sorry, Doug. This one, just how we feel on a daily. As you get down, and whatever you believe in, fill yourself up with that, whether it be God or meditation or affirmations, whatever you need. Pour it back in.
The intricacy of the waves and the hair.
Yeah, and so
I love it.
Thank you. And so the waves actually do mean, it's not easy to pour in yourself. it can be rocky, but don't stop because eventually you will be full.
Mm.
And then the last one is called Euthnia. I actually do, I'm kind of a nerd because when I'm looking to name these pieces, if I can't quite put a finger on it, I'll type in how I'm feeling and try to find a synonym for that. And I came upon Euthnia, which means like a breathing in a breath of fresh air, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what those mean. Those are my babies, some of them.
No, I must say those are all dope. I'm gonna
Thank
actually
you.
get that one from you tonight, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
So,
Yeah, that's
yes.
the dope. That's really
Yeah.
nice.
So how did you get started with this?
So it's actually a funny story. I never honestly took myself serious for many, many years, but I always loved to draw. I actually got inspired by my mom. Back in elementary school, she used to help me with my school projects and stuff. And I always used to be like, Mom, can you just please draw my pictures for me? Because you draw so well. And she would draw them and I would be in awe. And so I always grew up like, dang, I want to do what she does. I want to be able to draw like that. So I never stopped. I used to journal a lot. I drew in those all the time, like a drawing for each entry. And that was about 7 years worth. And then I finally just decided to leave the corporate world, take a leap of faith, and try to make this my thing. And so I've been doing this professionally for like almost 3 years now.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What I like about your art is it's not, you can't just put it all together, categorize it together. It's all, you get different pieces.
Yeah.
You can't say that, you know, you have a, like they typecast in the movies, like you have a certain style. You can do a little bit of everything. And that's what I like about it. And it's thought-provoking, and it's so detailed.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys can see it the way we can, but I was just telling her that her work doesn't come across as strong and detailed as it is on Instagram. And again, follow her at Galexi Studio.
Well, all the show notes also got, so you gotta searching for it.
Yeah, thank you. So that's actually interesting that you said that because a lot of people do ask me, it could be
Is it
pronounced the
Galexi?
same
Yeah,
because I put my name
That's
there.
why I had to call it. I was like Galexi, and I'm like, no, she said Galaxy. That's what I've been calling
Yeah,
it.
it's a little spin on it. But yeah, I try not to, people always ask me like, what type of art do you do? And I literally don't know what to tell them. I just always say I paint what I feel. So yeah, so to my clients, you'll never get bored. Because it just, whatever we're going through, whatever I'm going through, whatever the times, whatever I feel like the universe needs, that's what you're gonna get. Yeah.
No, I met Lexi. We just talked about her on Amber Horton's interview, head of Finding Blank. And that's how I met her. She was having an engagement, an event, and she had poets, artists, a little bit of everything. It was just such a nice time and a nice way to network and meet new people. But this young lady was doing art live. Like, this is real talent here. She was doing art live, and I walked up and I'm like, so you telling me you sitting here and you're creating this right now, and this is what you're coming up with. And it was just beautiful. And I just remember the colors. And so when I reached out to her, you know, I had a lot of confidence that I knew she could do it because I didn't see anything that didn't make me be like, I could have saw something like, oh, okay, that's cool right there, but that's live. Like, everything is really nice. I think you can get a little bit of everything. Everybody can find something in your art.
And feel something in your art. I think.
No, that's a fact. Cause like that one right there is really speaking to me. I'm deciding between the two. Cause like that one, the Africa one, that one really speaking to me for real, for real.
Yeah, and that's all I really want out of it is to reach as many people as I can. It's not so much about the money, even though that's my end goal. But I just want to be able to change the world a little bit. Even if it's one person at a time, if one speaks to you and one speaks to you and one speaks to you, then that's what I want. You know, just some discussion and thought provoked. You know, that's all I want.
That's some real artistic stuff to say. I want my art to, provoke thought.
You feel me? Yeah.
So how tough is it when someone gives you an idea? Like when I came to you and, just told you my thoughts, I really didn't go into details. It was really organic, and I was just like, I want something really eye-catching, and I want colors. I like colors. and she came back with the eyes, and I was like, this
That's
is
it.
perfect.
Mm,
I was like, this is it, period. Like, we don't have to go any further.
mm.
And still today, you know, I can look at the eyes and I'm just like, I love my logo.
Mm.
I love my artwork. And I get a lot of people that ask about that artwork. I always have to say, this is young lady here, black young lady,
Yeah.
she's dope. I have to go into that. And so I know you said you decided to go out on a whim and let this be what you do for a living. What's the end game? What exactly what would you like to do with your art?
So my ultimate end goal is to, first make my clientele bigger than what it is, because I'm, almost 3 years in now, and it's kind of small because I got.
Oh, we got you. Don't worry about it.
You know, pull up.
Yeah,
Right.
we gang now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Yeah, me and marketing, we still becoming good friends. So I want to, get my website up, and once I do that, I want to ultimately open a studio where I can show my art, where I can provide studio space for other artists, whatever that may be, whether it be paintings or poetry or dance, because I'm into all of that.
Okay.
And on the other half, I would like to be a nails massage type of thing,
Like
like
self-care,
a self-care
package.
inside and out.
Mm.
Yeah, I want a whole different vibe for Cleveland. That's my goal. That kind of studio. You come in and you automatically feel relaxed. You're transformed into something else, somewhere else, and then when you leave, you feel, that's what I want. That's my goal.
I know I had a two-part question. I was asking how hard it is to, or do you feel pressure when you have to come up with something for somebody? Because like I said, I feel like our meeting and what you came up with was pretty fast, and I feel like it was just really natural and organic. So do you feel, how does the pressure feel to have to come up with something like that?
So it's pressure only because I care so much about my clients and making them happy, and I care so much about my art and how it's portrayed. So in that respect, it's a little stressful, but it's like, some people come and they know exactly what they want, but like you said, ours was a little bit organic, and since you were my first big project, I was extremely nervous. But what I do in those instances is I try to gather as much as I can about my client as I possibly can. I will stalk their Instagram. I will ask them 1,000,001 questions, like their favorite color, where's somewhere you want to visit, or your favorite place you ever visited, or something. Did you lose anybody that you care about, or just I'm trying to get to know you so it can be 100% authentically for you. Yeah, one-on-one. Yeah.
I actually like that.
So I had a question. So in the age of NFTs or whatnot, in the age of where pretty much, I'm understanding NFTs can be just about anything. Have you thought about getting into the space of making your paintings NFTs going forward, or?
So I have thought about it, but I don't know that much about it. So
Roscoe, hit her up, Roscoe.
I know him from one of, I think maybe
The
Amber's
creative
event.
events,
Yeah.
Okay,
I see him a
listen,
lot.
listen, that's what's up. Hey, listen, small world or whatnot.
So I do actually have to get in touch with him
Yeah, that's
because
the man.
I don't know enough, but I am interested. Yeah, but I honestly I kind of feel how my parents feel about stuff with their kids. Like, I feel like, I know that's the way we're going, but it's kind of like, what the heck why would I want to sell a print of my art? Like, yeah, I could get revenue and stuff from it, but it's kind of impersonal to me.
Yeah, no, I get
Being an
it.
artist,
Yeah.
you know.
We don't want no NFT Picasso. You want
I
you want the Alexis Warren on the wall.
I get it, but hey, listen. Well, I seen this last night. This girl, 13 years old, like her art pieces. She's a multi-millionaire now for NFTs.
Wow. For NFTs.
For NFTs from her artwork, and they keep reprinting it, and like she was saying, like it's a one of a kind art, but they keep reprinting and putting on different things. People using it as their logos, or
That's not bad.
they profile picture, and
That's so
she get paid off
nice.
of all that.
Just diversifying it. So that's a great segue, because my question was, I know we're expanding our network, so make sure that you can build your client base. what are some services you offer to clients? We know you do logo artwork and personalized pieces. Do you do like instructionals for like paint tips and that kind of stuff, or are you more like a personalized piece artist?
I'm more of a personalized piece type of artist. I'm really like behind the scenes. I'm shy. I'm trying to get away from that though, because I know I can't get but so far being like a hermit crab all the time. And Nakia actually brought it to my attention 2 times now, I think, over the years, and so I'm considering it. But me being a freehand artist, I don't have technical skills per se. I just know what I know, like it comes in the moment. So for that, yeah. So on that note, it makes it.
Some uncles, man.
It's y'all know outside open. People
Yeah, Cleveland, man. Y'all acting up in Cleveland, man. Y'all acting up.
But yeah, but maybe future. You never know. I would be open to try one day. I don't know when yet though.
That's cool. And also, earlier you said when you first got started, for as long as you can remember, it took you a while to take yourself seriously. How did you persevere through that process? Because that's hard to do.
That's a good question. So to be transparent, I went through a time where I got really low. I was working in the corporate world, and for years I ignored it because I thought like I'm just being a crybaby. Everybody goes to work, like it's not that big a deal. I have to do it to pay bills. But I really got to a point where I was unhealthy. I lost a lot of weight. I had to see a therapist because I was just thoroughly stressed out. And during that time, like I had mentioned previously, I had my miscarriage, which I think was attributed to all that stress. So that was like a big turning point for me, to be honest. That's when I kind of was like, I gotta do something.
Something that makes you happy. And
yeah. Like even if it doesn't work out, at least I can say I tried. So I just took a deep breath, pulled up my big girl panties, and I quit my job, and I haven't turned back since.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Woo! I love it.
Congratulations, because 3 years later, that's a blessing to be able to say that with confidence.
Yes.
So my question, sorry for you. So I feel like my function on this, like one of the mechanics of how being an artist and how when people come to you with a commission, how do you base that? Do you base it off how big the project is? Do you base it off the client? Not saying the client itself, but like how. Come on, tell you how can chill out, man. You know.
If you guys can't catch it on the mic, there's actually like just people outside revving engines and things like that trying to be seen and heard. Some people don't understand you can be seen, you ain't gotta be heard, but we gonna work on that at the Philip Experience. We're gonna elevate them. But back to your question, because I think you were leading to a great question. When somebody comes to her with an idea, how does she work through it?
Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, like
Pricing wise, and then actually your the thought process in the whole. What's a part question?
So as far as my thought process, I just kind of, like I was saying before, I get to know my client as much as possible first, and then once I try to be quick with my turnover, just to be professional, because I know me, I'm impatient. I don't like to really wait. So I try to grant people that same respect. So usually within like 24 to 48 hours, I will come back to you with a sketch idea, see what you think. This is before any down payment or anything. And then if we get on the same page, then I will, usually collect a down payment, which is half of the total. And the total, that I base on how big you want it, the detail, how many materials I have to use, because normally I use acrylic and watercolor or Sharpie, and then if I, but sometimes I expand if I feel like I need to get your view across. But yeah, that's basically like the thought processes. And then so once I get started, if it's, this different. If it's a logo, I'll do 3 sketches and then get back to you, and then we'll talk and see, you see one, or do I need to tweak something? And then for a piece, I just, I gotta take a deep breath once I feel like we're on the same page, and I just go to it, say a prayer, and hope they like it. And yeah.
So I want to get one of myself, just what I'm saying, like one of them.
No, she said she like to do beautiful artwork.
do a real artful taste for one of myself, like oil paint.
Do
With
you
the State Farm shirt and
do
everything?
you do portraits of people?
So I actually don't do portraits. I done one person's portrait, and that was my father in college for my art final, and it actually it looks just like him, but the stress it put me under, and how long it took.
I can see that.
I don't think I'm ever returning to the portrait. I have somebody I can recommend though.
Well, that's what's up. No, that's what's up. So even with a stick figure, you know what I'm saying?
You really could with a red shirt and some khakis.
You know what?
Spiky hair, bam.
So let me ask you this. So are you familiar with Banksy?
I don't know. It sounds familiar.
So Banksy is the artist that no one's ever seen his face or never know what he actually looks like, but he'll drop a piece inside of a hotel room and
That's dope.
no, but it's so crazy because he'll do it in the middle of Times Square. Like he did one in the middle of Times Square. He did one in the middle of Japan. Like it was because he does it so crazy. He drops it and no one sees it.
I probably follow him, to be honest.
It's so crazy though, but his artwork and then sad part about it, he never claims his work. The only way he knows his artwork is I forgot how he claims it, but something wild. He doesn't upfront say he does it. We're gonna bring it up because his artwork goes for millions of dollars.
Wow.
He doesn't even claim it. He doesn't even claim it. That's the crazy part about it. He the money from his artwork.
The idea.
Yeah, the idea.
Dropping that off and somebody get it oh, I got me one.
A little while back, someone went at a garage sale and they found out that it was some of his early work. $10 million for that joint, right? I really want to bring it up because he does it for the love, and I respect it and whatnot. So for anyone who's an artist, how is it that the valuation of art? How can they say? How I won't word this question? Because everyone's valuation of art is different, right? Everyone can say, well, my art's worth $1 million right now, right? But in the day and age where you can splatter a tomato crust across the canvas and people can say it's art, you know what I'm saying? How do you think valuation of art? How does it go or whatnot? Because of course you gotta put a valuation in art, but who to say a year from now that same artwork might be tens, 20,000, millions of dollars?
Who is to say? I don't know. I would hope so. Just for my lineage, not so much for me because I'm doing this for my kids and so forth. But that's a good question because that's really hard. And all the artists that I do speak to, that's something that they've had to figure out. Because
how do you put a price on some of that timeless?
How do you say, hey, this is $750. Hey, this is
some people do it by the hour. Me personally, I kind of look at it and what I feel that it's worth. I haven't sold any of my originals yet though, so those I would probably.
That's what's up.
Those I'm probably those would be a little bit more on the higher side, but the prints and stuff, I just kind of what I feel, and I don't want to overtax anybody because I'm still up and coming. But I don't cheat myself either. I don't feel I repay myself for my supplies and things, and then I also for my time. But I feel like my prices are pretty reasonable, and then also a good rule of thumb. I feel like when you're up and coming, you can't be afraid to ask questions. So I talk to a lot of other artists or study their pages and websites and see how much they charge for this size and how long have they been in business and things like that. So it's self-school. Yeah.
I'm bringing it back, y'all. I'm bringing it back.
No, she definitely
bringing that up.
Yeah, not that.
This is there is somebody. I don't know whether it's several people or one person, but at one of the Cleveland Clinic sites, they make art on rocks. So like the black smooth rocks, the black ones. That's what the art is done on. And they do a lot of around the holidays, like for St. Patrick's Days, you get 4-leaf clovers, and you get leprechauns, and for Easter, like I just found one with 3 little chicks on it. And it's kind of long. The rock is, and it comes in plastic, and it's tied with a ribbon. But they hide them all around the hospital, and we have no idea who it is. We have no idea who it is. And my supervisor, her daughter, we collect them for her daughter. She has so many of them, though. You don't know when you're gonna find them. Sometimes they're outside by the doors. Sometimes, like I found one yesterday, and it was like right outside of my lab door, like sitting on one of the push boxes for the door, just sitting there. That's the 3 chicks. And I'm like, so we have no idea who this artist is, but it's so cute and it's detailed, and it's just like that story reminded me of that person. I would love to know who it is.
Yeah.
Like, who dropping these rocks?
Right. And listen, that rock gonna be worth some money come years down the road.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. But I actually just met another artist not too long, yesterday actually. I just was talking to her. She's setting up for her second art show in California. And her manager was fussing at her for kind of pretty much having the same mindset. She's like, I don't care about selling merch. I don't care about charging ticket fees at the door. I just want to get my like, cause for a lot of people and for me too, art is therapy at the end of the day. You know, everybody would love to make money off of it, I'm sure, but for me, it's just therapeutic. And then if somebody in the process, it touches them too, or somebody wants to buy it, then that's just icing on the cake, you know? Yeah, so I can understand.
Art is very therapeutic. A lot of people with mental illness, or sickly people that, you know, are sick, hospital, nursing homes, everywhere. A lot of people can release through art. That's their release, whether they can, whatever, as long as they can get it out on paper, whether they're, you know, they think they're good or whatever, just getting that out and creating something, it is very therapeutic. My dad just started doing that, actually.
And that's a great segue. So a couple episodes ago with Amber Horton of Find and Blink, we actually discussed you. Her platform is all about presenting different platforms of art and different artists to come in and kind of work with these children. And she said that you are one of the artists who came to the events and things like that. And how has it been navigating the space of, I'm going to share me even though I'm like nervous of being on the scene?
It has been very sweaty. I'm sweating now.
You don't break my way.
She's like a real life soldier though. Like,
right.
Trained for battle.
You can't even tell.
Yeah.
But it has been very liberating. I'm very proud of myself. I'm not as far as I thought I would be at this point, but I have just internally and personally come further than I ever thought I could.
Awesome.
Every time that I do push past those fears, it like opens up a new level. You know, like I'm like, oh, okay, all right, I could do this. Yeah, like, okay, so it's not that bad. So it makes me feel like I'm one step closer to what I really want, and I feel like once I get there, I'll get what I want. Yeah.
Let me say this. Her Instagram is Alexis for real. All right. She has 2 daughters. She and her fiance, her daughter, and she was pregnant, did a photo shoot, a maternity photo shoot. And when I say these are some of the most beautiful, you guys have to go see this. It's Alexis for real. We're gonna put the information down at the bottom of the interview. When I say these pictures are so beautiful and natural and just Black love, I loved everything about them. I was like, it came down my timeline, and I was like, oh my God, this is just a masterpiece. All the pictures to me, and they're on a horse. She's on a horse. Yes, she's on a horse. Listen, and I'm like, every picture was artwork within itself. It's just artwork. You guys got to see this. You got to go see this. If you don't do anything else when you see that, it's gonna make you look more, and you're gonna see the good artwork that she produces and creates, and it's just.
So you artistic in everything you put your hand
on.
on.
These pictures, man.
Okay, so on a silent note, I'm like, you know how Beyonce, Sasha Fierce, Beyonce is my alter ego. Like I
Wait a minute.
I mean, you
can't
are.
Y'all don't know. We
So
call
Nikki is definitely the Beyonce of the
Don't say it.
It's in the shell.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's my. I look to her for. She just does so much. She had her and Rihanna. They are beautiful black successful women, and their energy that they give off. That's just. I want it. I want to be like that. So as far as the maternity shoots, I kind of. Whatever she does, I'm like, well, okay, I can swing it, you know, make it look like that. But then I wanted to keep it natural, and it was all about the black love this time.
Man,
my color scheme was brown. My the horse was brown.
I said, where
it's
the horse
just
from? Like,
gorgeous.
y'all got a horse guy?
Like, I wish we had a picture up like that the audience could see. Like, it's gorgeous.
Thank you. So the
She
horse
looks
actually
so beautiful.
I reached out. This was actually another part of me asking for help and reaching out and being more outspoken. I posted it on Instagram like, okay, y'all, I need your help. Cause I'm real anti, so I really lost touch with a lot of my friends. So I didn't think anybody was gonna respond. But I was like, I need a horse for this shoot. Is anybody out there? Anybody got a horse?
And somebody like that.
Somebody that I went to high school with, Candace Burns. Thank you. I love you.
Shout you, Candace.
Yes.
I need a horse.
Candace, you made that work. You made that work.
Yes, they stay at a stable. It's like 30 minutes out, and she had the horse, and she was like, yeah, he would love to. He used to be a racehorse, so he's like real trained, and he's real sweet. And I was like, really? She was like, yeah, come on out. We came out and had like a pre-meet with the horse just to get comfortable, live.
Yeah.
She got to ride it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's all for them. It's
Yes. And then when I saw what color her horse was, I was like, okay, bet. So now I'm gonna find some color scheme around it, so it just all looks, you know, chocolate.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It is chocolate, black love. Just phenomenal. I love it.
Thank you.
No,
I've seen some nice maternity shoots. You know what I'm saying? These women get really creative, and these photographers for them get really creative.
Shout out to Taylor, that's my photographer, Taylor Lauder. Y'all gotta look her up too.
This is so different, and just the beauty of it all.
Yeah, thank you.
No, it goes to show, like I said, everything you do, you have your hand on is artistic. So I mean, that goes to a true artist, you know.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't even call it artistic. It's just raw, genuine. I think that something people lack these days is authenticity, and trying to fit in, and that's something I'm totally trying to be authentic and not fit in and be natural. Because they don't have that a lot out here either. Everybody's trying to get that little, the BBLs and stuff. So.
I'm about to get mine, y'all. I can't
Oh yeah, y'all already got the first
girl.
thing I'm doing right here.
I'm about to show y'all before and after, and make sure y'all support. I'm trying to get affiliate link and everything. When I say it's going down, it's gonna be this whole stomach going down. She's gonna look like everything. No, but I do appreciate you saying that, because that is what makes you so special. The fact that you are totally unique in your expression of your emotions at the time, and this, like every single piece, and we gonna pan in so y'all can actually see it as well. But there's literally, I love that you went through the stories of them all, because each one has so many different spots and pieces. It's like, oh, she took her time and did this. And it, like this one hit me the hardest. That pouring back into yourself with the open back, and it was like,
and it glows in the dark. Let's see if we can see it real quick.
Oh yeah.
I know I disappeared for a lifetime.
Oh, you can see it a little bit. You can see it a little bit.
So all three of these were from your Glow series.
And the paint.
Yep. Yep.
And here.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Her whole
you can
outline.
see it.
Her whole outline.
So about the
Oh yeah, you can see it.
So with the glow in the dark pieces, they actually have twofold story. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's light, you see all the beauty of it, but when it's dark, it kind of puts you in a whole nother mindset, something else. You know.
I love
That's
that.
creative.
That is creative.
It is.
The story and the art, though. That's dope.
And the detail, like I'm gonna go back to the detail, cause like now that you said a Sharpie, and this looks like you actually did it with like a thin Sharpie,
Yeah,
like
I
all
did.
the strokes.
I did.
For every strand.
And you know she got
Yeah.
those freckles, like.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
and the dots, like I love it. It looks like you did different types of art in one piece. You know, because you have the dots and then you have the strokes and the sunflowers are just perfection.
The details. I'm glad you people can appreciate that, because I get so pissed at myself every time I start a piece and my idea forms, and I'm kind of like I start doing it. And I'm like that hair. I'm like, dang, this
It's
is
taking you
why?
20 years.
Yeah. Why do I keep doing
can
this to myself?
tell.
But then once it's done and over with, you know, it's worth it.
You can't not get it. Like it captivates you.
I see all of that.
So I have a question for you. So I like to believe there's someone right now who's watching this, a young person, probably a teenager who's an artist, and like I want to. Matter of fact, Ariana, I forgot Ariana. She came to the network event. She's also an artist too, or whatnot. So let's say we're speaking to her right now. What would you say to her? What advice would you give her for her just starting out as an artist?
Be brave. Don't stop. You're probably gonna have, unless you've had training, you're probably going to encounter imposter syndrome, which I'm still struggling with. Which, for those of you who do not know, that's.
I'm about to say, I don't think she knows. Look at her eyes. Look at her face. She don't know. Thank you for bringing that down.
First of all, these eyes are sponsored by 2U and Alexis Warren. She made it all possible with the logo. Thank you. Don't forget to pull up on us, 4425 Mayfield Road, South Euclid, Ohio, 44121. Leave me a bottle with the black rim. That's the Beneficial Bay Cabernet, y'all. And it's the bomb. So if you see me a little hazy, it's absolutely the 14% kicking in.
We found a 2018 bottle, y'all. This baby is nice.
Thank you. Right. Cheers to you. Thank y'all.
Yeah. Cheers to you. I was
Not all of us. Brandon here, but we're going to let you have it. Anyways, that was a wonderful question, though. For anybody who was wondering, can you explain imposter syndrome?
Especially for cute, you know.
So,
Like when you trying to eat Jake from State Farm?
Imposter syndrome is basically where you feel like you're not worthy. Like, and I know for a lot of artists, whether it be music or whatever, poetry, you pull from things. You pull from people. You have what is the word? Like people you look up to that you've read, seen, and you might not even realize it, but you kind of take pieces of them if they inspire you. You know, so
shout out David Shams. You know what I'm saying? Shout out David Shams.
Oh yeah, and Donnie, we come play y'all and pull up on us.
But listen. They, I heard someone say, "It ain't nothing wrong with copying as long as you copying the right cat," and that's real stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And have your own pace. You know
Oh yeah.
I ain't mad with the copy, but sometimes y'all pace don't be pasting.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So
put your own spin to it.
Please.
Yeah, so that's the key though. That's the key. Like just put your own spin to it. Like, you know, find something that you like, and then like I've even
Spin means spin the table.
Listen, my bad, y'all.
I've even tried to redraw something that somebody has drawn, and then once I have it, I put me on it. You know what I'm saying? I raise it. So yeah, just imposter syndrome. Just you gotta fight through that though. Because I feel like at the end of the day, that's showing yourself how much you feel you're worth. And if you know for a fact that you are not stealing anybody else's work, then who are you to say? Who is anybody to say that you're not worth it? You're not an artist, even if it's yourself. I was watching Lizzo's show, Big Girls. It's like a dance competition, and something she said really stuck with me was, tell them to shut up. Tell your haters to shut up, even if it's yourself. And that, I'm like, that's so true. Yeah, so just, if it's something you want to stick in there, you got to put in your 1,000 hours, and then once that's over with, see where you're at. And then if you're not satisfied, go somewhere else. Life is about learning. Life is about growing, finding yourself, and do whatever makes you happy. You know.
That's good stuff. Man.
I agree. Drop a bomb on that.
Yeah, you never lie. Cause that one's probably art. That's probably like anyone. Like you said,
Yeah.
poets or whatnot. Even with us sometimes, you know. I don't want to say I suffer from imposter syndrome because like I'm dope. So you know what I'm saying. But I will say this: it's been don't laugh. You laugh as dope as you are. But no. But all serious, no. Like I know we all think like you know what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm good enough or what I'm doing is good enough or not because it's someone who I see doing it better.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you are great in what you're doing right now. Don't disregard it. So
yeah, and I think something else too that we forget because everything's so fast paced, everything's on Instagram, and people only post mostly positive stuff on Instagram. So you gotta think like those people that you idolize, they had to get there.
Yeah.
Like the billionaires of this world, a lot of them were homeless, used to work at McDonald's, lived out their car. I mean, like it's crazy stuff you would never think. They would have never probably thought,
Right.
or maybe they did. So that's the key. So you have to just keep believing, even if you fall off for a day. Just don't let that dream go. Just don't let go.
I need that right there. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Shoot. So okay. So we cover a lot of things tonight, and we covered so many things. What are 3 things that you want someone who's watching this to pull from your interview tonight?
I think the first thing would be believe in yourself. As hard as that may be, in a world that is so just
Fake.
microwave.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what I want to say. Like
Yeah.
popcorn microwave. Like everything seems like it's so fast and stuff, but anything worth having takes time. So you must believe in yourself. Another thing would probably be don't be afraid to quit corporate. I mean, if you work, it's not for everybody, but if that's something that's been in the back of your mind, I feel like
Confirmation. That's all I needed to hear.
yeah, I mean,
Right.
really and truly, if you work for someone for a lot of hours, you can make good money. But then you gotta think of it too. You're working for someone else. How happy are you? And then how much more money could you make working for yourself?
You're
Could you
branding on
do
the
your
cusp
hours?
right now.
Man,
Don't say
man,
that.
listen. Let's
Everything
just
she
speak
been saying today, but everything brother been hitting on all these
Yeah,
things.
listen.
She like running back. She our FBI agent.
Exactly.
On the ride here, David Shan talked about that. He said when your heart is not in it, it's time to go. You know what I'm saying?
And then, but you gotta remember too, like, it's not like a job will not be there. You don't know when you're gonna, when your last breath is gonna be. But if you never take a chance on yourself, you might be more salty. Like I just couldn't fathom working for somebody anymore. I know y'all probably got white followers, but white people, white teen people, and just them getting a piece of me, and I'm not being compensated or respected. And no, I'm not doing that. I don't want my girls to grow up being afraid to take chances. So yeah,
That's wonderful.
No,
you
listen,
can always go back.
man. Listen, you never know.
Bomb.
Hey, you
I
never
gotta
know.
go burn on that one.
Hey, if I do OnlyFans, it's all right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, nope, that's gonna be not.
The last thing I think would probably be, the last thing. What is something that I would want y'all to know?
You got so many bombs tonight, though.
I would say, don't be afraid to be quote unquote weird. Don't be afraid to be different than everybody else. Like step outside the box. I have a favorite quote that says, how's it go? It says something like, if you dress like everybody else, you aren't to be noticed, and if you try to be like everybody else, you are not to be remembered. So, I don't know about y'all, but I want to be remembered. And I want all y'all to want to be remembered, because you're worth it. And we all here, we all got something to share. And like, shoot, I'm sharing. I might have changed his life. Y'all might change.
Y'all, you really did.
life.
You really did.
I'm sure you did.
No, hands down. I'm gonna go tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, we get so much from the interviews and people's insight, and we always say that we get a lot of genuine people on our show.
You do.
And that's such a blessing. And so, coming out of your shell, because we are all introverts. Like,
Yeah.
I
That's why
run
we
my
started
mouth.
this.
I run my mouth. but it's around people that I'm comfortable
Yes.
with.
Yeah.
When I don't know you, I don't.
Yeah.
That's just.
She
That's
really
just
don't,
me.
y'all. She Beyonce for real.
So it's a blessing to get people like you on that are genuine and organic, and the conversation flows, and
Absolutely.
you get to let our audience know, because it's a gang of us alumni.
Oh,
Alumni,
gang.
it's a
Oh,
gang of
yeah,
us,
celebrate
and
y'all. I wish I had my drink. I've been to the bottom because we 4K now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, congratulations.
We need to celebrate off that.
Sure do.
Shoot, we thank y'all for real, because
No way.
and I think I want y'all to mention, because not the same thing against y'all, the audience, but like when you interview, this be for us sometimes too.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Exactly what I mean.
But like Alexis spoke to me tonight. Like, I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna say, but just know I'm gonna be like, hey, I ain't coming in. I'm going well, my man Hard Nights, I ain't coming back no more. You know what I'm saying?
I'm never coming home.
I'm not coming home. You know what I'm saying? I'm like
to the job
to
site.
the job site.
I'm not coming
No, I'm not
back
coming
to the
back.
job site.
That's good. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, like when your heart ain't in it no more, I'm like, you know,
It's tough. It's
Yeah,
stressful.
It's so stressful, and that'll kill you, and I'm not ready to go.
Yeah.
No, that's
That's
right.
right.
So,
Yes.
Ooh, especially when you got babies.
Yeah.
I feel like when you make that step, when you take that step, rather, you can only depend on you at that point.
Mhm.
You know? So if the bills gotta be paid, guess what? The hustle
Find a
gotta
way to
be
make money.
behind you. That
Yeah.
fire gotta be lit up under that.
Mm.
But like, look, you
Yeah.
gotta get it done. Who else do you have to depend on? You can go back to a job, but once you take that leap of faith, that's what you're trying not to do.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And 3 years, kudos to you. That's
I'm gonna have
off
to
of
say-
something that you love.
Yeah.
And something that you are truly good at.
Gifted at.
Yes. Yes.
Well, that'd be inspiration to the people watching. 'Cause I know a lot of our audience are people, you know what I'm saying, either on the cusp or doing a 9 to 5 and working at the same time, which is nothing against anybody, by the way. We're not, you know what I'm saying? Right. But let it be inspiration to y'all. Like, if she can do it, you can do it too. You know what I'm saying?
I have 2 babies, y'all. Some of y'all out here just rich aunties, y'all. Can do it.
Rich auntie.
Truly.
Now listen, shoot. And by the way, guys, we will have, so I'm sorry, let everybody know, remind everybody where they can reach you at.
Okay, so if you want to get to know more about me, you can follow me on Instagram at lexisforreal_. And then if you want to come see some of my art, support, buy some, you could go to my art page, and that's Galexi_Studio. Yeah.
And for all those people that look at the eyes and they're fascinated,
Like
because they
real
are
eyes,
that, like, yeah, I've been asked a lot of times, like, are those your eyes? I was like, I didn't see it until
They
one
kinda
day
look
I
like
pulled
it.
on the side of this. This is
Yeah.
a true story. So many people ask me that all the time, and I'll be like, no, that's not my. One day I was leaving work one night and the sign was lit up, and I looked up at it and I was like, well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. I'm like, those eyes, I see where people say, that right there, look at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just getting
That's priceless right there, though.
goosebumps. Like, look at that.
She need to NFT this joint right here.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
it's the real deal. She's the real deal, and we're gonna have some creatives. We're putting together putting together something for some creatives for all of our creatives. We're putting together. It's truly. I'm gonna get out of that, but I want to get in it heavy.
Bro, that's what we do, y'all.
Yeah. But yeah, we're putting together something real nice for you guys. We just want to let you guys showcase all of your artwork, all of your poetry, all of our
creative entrepreneurs.
Yes, we're putting together some. Yes, we gotta highlight you.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's what we're gonna do. We gonna put something together for y'all.
Yeah.
Shoot. Ooh, you pay some bills, right?
Pay some
We
bills.
do. Speaking of which, talking about putting together, as we just mentioned, we are 4,000 subscribers in.
Come on.
We are on episode 44 that you
Episode
are currently
44.
watching.
Cheers to you.
You guys, can I catch yours at the bottom? No?
Cheers
No? Okay,
to
no?
you.
Look at that.
Yes.
That's what's up.
Man,
444.
we will be reaching our 50th very soon, and we will be doing a celebration down in Tower City with all of our alumni.
Yes.
So make sure y'all come through. Y'all always asking the questions. Hey, do they do this? Hey, what about
Yep, you
this?
ask
I wanted to
yourself.
know this. You ain't asked the right questions. Come on down. We'll be at Tower City on 6 de Mayo. So after you get all taco faded at the 4 on Taco Thursday, Cinco de Mayo, the next day, come on down to Tower City. We'll be at the Oak Room from 6 to 8. Ticket, you can reserve your tickets down below. And alumni will be there. They'll at least be invited. So all those who can make it, for sure, come through. Y'all know how it is when you invest in yourself and get in the right rooms. Magic happens. It might even get you some eyes in the logo. You never know. But we got some great stuff going on. After that, y'all, we will be back at Tower City next month, June.
Yeah, June.
Yep. For June 18th, we will be doing a youth entrepreneur summit. So say yes to the children in our city because they are the ones that are really creating this legacy for us. We'll be doing a pop-up shop for them at Tower City. All 3 levels, as long as we can get them all in. If you are or know a young entrepreneur trying to build their business, break out, I don't care if it's lip gloss, food, whatever it is, waist beads, art, whatever it is that is your gift, talent, and that you are willing to sell merchandise, t-shirts, we are going to help you. And if you are not the most confident creative in your space, the week before that, on June 11th, we're doing a full-fledged pull-up party, okay? What's going to happen is we are going to be meeting, doing a full Youth Entrepreneur Summit that week before. Yes, we are. They are going to kill it. Tori, Coach Ari, they will all be there, y'all. And they, the program is lit. They the most litty in the city. You know what I'm saying? But anywhere from mindset, how to set up your pop-up vendor table, how to pitch your idea, how to target and make sure that you got the right customer, because everybody ain't your customer, right? We're going through all of those foundational business things. We're going to take a full day to knock it on out and help y'all grow. We'll be assigning mentors to help you through the process. So once we are at the pop-up the week after, if you need help, assistance, just somebody to lean on, because this ain't your vibe, we got you. Don't worry. If you're a business in the city that wants support in and support this cause, make sure you hit us up. Again, everything will be linked in the description below. And if nothing else, always make sure you are following, subscribing, liking, comment, sharing. On Instagram, we are at the Pull Up EXP. On YouTube, the Pull Up Experience. That's where you are watching us right now.
Yes.
On all facets, especially PayPal and Cash App. Make sure y'all check out the Pull Up Experience. We also want to shout out Social Master. Because if y'all don't click the link in the description below, we got a whole link list. Now, paper cards and flyers for events, those are a little played out. They work, they look great. People take them with every intention to hit you back. But life just be lifing sometimes. So everybody don't always hit you back. Sometimes it's stuck in their wallet forever or at the bottom of their purse, and they never really get back to you. We gonna change the narrative on that one. I'm telling y'all, we superpreneurs around here at the Pull Up. So we got our.
I like that.
No, seriously though, it's all about our sponsors. So shout out to Social Master.
Yeah.
It's a credit card type of business card with NFC as well as a QR code. So as long as they get close to the card, your phone will automatically scan it. What it'll do is open up your Social Master profile. They can add to contacts, your phone number, email address, regular physical address, all of your social media, how to pay you, that's my favorite part, plus your websites and your Linktree or EasyTree or whatever else you are using. Make sure you guys go use that today. Click the link in the description box below. 20% off. Make sure you use Beneficial Bay. We also got one coming up, and you can just type in TPUE as in the Pull Up Experience, because I know y'all don't like having to do extra work, so that's so much shorter. But 20% off your purchase. Let them know we sent y'all. All you gotta do is click the link and go from there. Then they'll know we sent y'all for sure. Last but not least, I cannot forget to you wines, y'all. 4425 Mayfield Road. If you are looking for a nice vibe and a great buzz, and maybe even to get too nasty, make sure y'all come to 4425 Mayfield Road. Thursdays through Saturdays, they are open in the evenings. Wine slushies, bottles, wine tastings, private events and tastings. Yes. Make sure y'all are coming through. Y'all even get to see Beyonce on certain days. I'm just saying, I might even with y'all. You know what I mean? Always, once you get here, maybe the second or third shelf from the last is the black circles. That's the Beneficial Bay Cabernet. Always save me at least one bottle, and make sure y'all tell her I sent y'all. She might just hook you all up. I'm just saying. If you're looking to buy a house in the city, hit up my bro, not your average agent. If you're looking to be an agent and learn how to be the right kind of agent.
Come on down. Come death row.
Come on. He don't play. He don't play at all. Also, I will be remiss if I did not mention our photographer, videographer, and creative directors, both Steve and you talking about me? Behind the cameras, y'all, Steve and Angie. Follow them at Alien Eyes Photos. I love the fact that she broke down what Galexi Studios meant, because it's similar to Steve's vision for Alien Eyes Photos. They take you out of this world, and the experience itself when you are working with them or in their presence is just unmatched. So make sure that you are getting them for all of your photography, videography, event photos, product placement, headshots, and things of that nature. Where's Arlo is also one of our wonderful event coordinators and creative directors. She does more so of the visions that we can't see. And it's so crazy because we all have sight, but not too many people have her vision. And she can actually put an angle on something and take it to a whole editorial level. So make sure y'all hit my girl up. As always, I'm Beneficial Bay, helping you with organic marketing if you are trying to get to the bag but not spend one in the process. Make sure you hit me up at
That's new. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, business assistants for entrepreneurs.
I got you next time. I already said, I'm going to cut you off, and then I'm going to do you. Right, I got it. She does so well. It's like, how can I come with anything? But I don't want her to have to introduce herself. Because she introduces all of us.
We the gang, you know what I'm saying? That's my one time I get to shine, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, because ain't nobody come to see Otis, you know what I'm saying? We all make it work, y'all. And what's so great is, though we're all a team and, you know, we're shouting out ourselves and our sponsors, what we really appreciate are wonderful entrepreneurs like you, Alexis. We're going to take the time to have the conversation about elevation with us, because you poured into our platform what we couldn't. And I love that you came from almost a place of nervousness, or at least that's what you were trying to play like, but you have really...
So you was there time,
No,
we do that too.
Her story is the culmination of confidence and trusting yourself in the process. Even when you really don't know what the new thing is going to be, trusting yourself. And I love that you were able to express that. You didn't have to get loud. You didn't have to be flashy. You didn't have to be trendy. You came in as your authentic self and showed how beautiful that art can be as just yourself. And then you still have pieces to put on display as well. So thank you for taking the time and really letting us get to know you and letting us expose you to our entrepreneurs in the city, because we be trying to tell them there's some dope people out here.
Okay.
And I cannot thank her enough for the eye. I cannot thank her enough.
No, thank you for trusting me.
Yes, absolutely.
You are still doing a raffle?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna just wait because my daughter not in here. I don't know where she is, because she will cry if I don't let her pull this name.
That's cool.
Tell us about the raffle though.
Okay, this is a segue. This is a 3-part thing. So I'm in a girls group. I can't really say too much about it. But it's I don't know if you guys are familiar, but back in Africa, where people support their tribe members. Like if somebody needs food or money or whatever, they come together. You know, like it sounds like a pyramid scheme type of thing, but it's just women. It's only women, and they're all, you know, black, brown, you know, women. A lot of them are kind of like F the system type of thing, and we just all come together and support one woman at a time.
That's nice.
So the raffle was a way to gather a gift for her, monetary wise, and then to help support her dreams. And then also to help me push myself, getting my art out there. So through me wanting to help her, it helped me. So that's what the raffle is. People were buying tickets for $25 a pop, and so the winner's gonna win $300.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then the rest of the money will go to the young lady whose gift I'm help sponsoring.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so maybe by the time this drop, y'all, we'll have a raffle
The raffle winner.
winner, yeah, announced. So no, listen, that's dope.
Yeah. Oh, and P.S. to the artists out there, enter into as many grants and contests as you can. Do anything you can to get your name out there, travel, do those things. I've
Good
entered into
advice.
so many,
Good
and I
advice.
haven't won many, but I just won my first one. It's been years, but I won my first
Congratulations.
one.
Awesome.
Yes. So,
You
I'll
deserve
take
it.
one
You
because then
deserve
when
it.
that one person see it, then that exposes to so many
Yeah.
other people. So
Yeah.
that's what's up.
yes.
That's what's up. That was a good little gem right there. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll get my 6 figures together tonight. You know. What
Okay.
I'm
She's an artist.
saying? Hey, we thank y'all, and this is episode 44. So
44.
4K.
Okay.
Okay, you know what I'm
Get
saying?
my back head bounced out.
Four. Yes, that's everything.
We thank y'all guys. We can't do great people like Alexis. We can't do great people with like y'all watching every week. So we thank y'all because every time we show up, y'all show up right along with us. So we
Y'all
appreciate
really
y'all.
do it. On it, days and
Mm.
days.
No.
Like,
Uplifting our city.
Yeah.
We're all uplifting our city together as a team,
As a
as
fact.
a community. Yes.
Yeah, so we can't thank y'all enough, y'all. So until next time, episode 44.
44.
We'll see y'all next time, y'all.
Bye.
Road to 50. That's what I'm start calling. Road to 50 is on. It's on its way.
Hey.
All right, y'all. Ooh,
Yay.
my
Oh,
cheeks.
thank
Ooh.
you.
Oh yes, of course.
You can probably